Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your preview for tomorrow's round of games. We've got the first day where 4 games are played on the same day. We've got a 10 a.m. UK time start with Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. We have Denmark versus Tunisia, which is Group D. At 1 p.m. UK time, we've got Mexico versus Poland at 4 p.m. UK time, and we have France versus Australia at 7 p.m. UK time. So 4 games tomorrow. It's the first of many. This is where the World Cup begins to get interesting and the football becomes non-stop. It's almost like a festival. It just keeps going, you know? So this is going to be really, really cool. We kick off with Argentina, Saudi Arabia. Argentina, definitely, hands down, one of the favourites. If not, for some, the favourites. My favourites are Brazil. I can see why Argentina will definitely be up there, though. And if there's one team that will beat Brazil, or can beat Brazil, I see, for my opinion, I think it's Argentina. For some people, it's the other way around. It's Argentina, but if anyone else is going to do it, it's Brazil. Some have brought some other countries, but Argentina, one of the favourites. And you can absolutely see why. This game against Saudi Arabia should honestly be very straightforward. And I think it's not the first time that they've played against each other. I think there's always these teams that somehow get each other in groups when it gets to the World Cup. You know, it's like Argentina and Nigeria. When Nigeria qualified, they didn't qualify this time, but they always end up together. But know what it is. Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken, I think have played against Argentina. If they haven't, then I don't know what I'm dreaming. But this is going to be, I think, a very straightforward game. Argentina's squad is absolutely stacked. In goal, Emi Martinez. We all know Emi Martinez. Lisandro Martinez in defence, Manchester United. They've got Romero off Tottenham. They've got all sorts of players, not just in midfield, but up front throughout their midfield. Di Maria, Paredes, Rodrigo, Enzo Fernandez, Palacios. When we get to the forward line, it's disgusting. We shouldn't even discuss. I should stop the video here. Let's go through it. Messi, Martinez, Dybala, Correa, Alvarez, and then you've got Gonzalez and Gomez, who are just there, I guess, but top quality too. It's a stacked squad, full of quality that I don't honestly think the Saudis are going to have much chance with. Now, Saudi Arabia, unlike Qatar, I have to be real, I don't think Saudi have gone down the same route where they've literally tried to pluck out players of other nationalities, give them a nationality, you play for us now. Qatar have done that a lot, hence why there's a Pedro that plays for them, right? We've already sussed that out. They've got quite a lot of Sudanese lads, they've got a Ghanaian, Muntari, we already went through Qatar. Saudi Arabia actually have, if I'm not mistaken, Saudis that play in Saudi that are from Saudi. So despite a few of them playing across the Middle East, not just in Saudi Arabia, but in the Qatari League and in the Kuwaiti League, the Emirati, I think they've got a couple of lads that are a little bit out as well. But they've got a fully Saudi team. Is the quality there? Definitely not going to be on par with Argentina. Let's just be completely honest. You know, Saudi Arabia, I think if they've reached the tournament, they must have some sort of quality, right? But it's definitely not enough. And I'm not expecting much from Saudi. If they score, they should be happy. Argentina, I think tomorrow are going to switch it on. And I have to be honest, I am going with a prediction of... seeing England beat Iran 6-2 in that manner, I think Argentina are probably going to win 5-0. I don't want to disrespect anyone, right? But I'm being real. Argentina 5, Saudi Arabia 0. Maybe 1. And if they get that 1, I think they can leave with their heads held high. They can do the Jose. Yeah. But that's going to be very straightforward, I feel. The 1 p.m. game, Denmark versus Tunisia. Tunisia being one of the African nations that I'm familiar with. Right? So I think I can vouch for a little bit more in-depth than the average normal commentator or pundit would be able to give you when it comes to the African countries. Tunisia definitely being one of them, next to Algeria, who unfortunately didn't qualify. But anyway, Tunisia, Denmark. Denmark, for me, are dark horses in this group to win it. Not to win the competition, sorry. To win the group, right? I think... many people are looking at France to win that group. Tunisia are there to maybe cause an upset. Denmark, I think, can win this group. And honestly, I think they're going to win this group. And Tunisia have technical ballers, right? Much like Morocco. The North African football is a very nice thing to see, right? The North African way of playing is make it beautiful. It's not quite samba like the Brazilians and whatnot, but it's a little bit classy. It's skills and tricks when you least expect them. It's trying to nutmeg one player and that's it. You know, it's trying to find that through ball that no one thought of. It's trying to find those little bits and pieces. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia as a collective, I feel like, and Egypt, right, are strong when it comes to that sort of thing. But Tunisia, I think, do not possess good defensive stability. I think they will leak goals. I think they are going to be exposed. I think they're going to be open. And despite Tunisia having some decent ballers in their squad, they've got players that play across, not just within Tunisia, of course, but across Europe, some of their lads. And their main man, Khazri, who plays at Montpellier, I think is going to be their talisman. Jaziri, who plays in Zamalek, is another one that I think they're going to look to for goals. And I think those lads can deliver. And I think they will score a couple of goals throughout this tournament. Or throughout the group stage, I do not see them qualifying. Although you never know. They're that sort of team where you can't write them off. They don't have everything, but you can't write them off. Denmark, for me, definitely possess more discipline, more control, more stability, and are going in there very humble. Denmark are that sort of team where we're here, we respect you, but we know our quality, and we will turn it on. And afterwards, we will shake hands, and we will like it, and we will laugh, and we will have dinner together. Denmark are that sort of side, right? I honestly look at this game, Denmark-Tunisia, and I think it's going to be harder than Denmark think. But I still see Denmark getting the result. I don't think it's going to be a battering. I'm going with a Denmark 2, Tunisia 1. 2-1 win. Way to start for Denmark. And then once those two teams play against France, I think that's where it's an opportunity for both of them because France are lacking. We'll get to France in a sec, but that's my prediction for that game. Mexico versus Poland. This is the game where I honestly don't know what way it's going to go. Poland, Lewandowski. Everyone and their mother knows. Mexico are the sort of team that you expect to get to the last 16. They're a good collective. They have decent lads, but as a collective, there's no one who's superstar or blockbuster. But together, they play good football, but they're not as consistent as you would expect them to be. They're very on and off, but when they're on, they're on. So I'm looking at this. We know Ochoa, the goalkeeper, he performed fantastic at the previous edition of the World Cup. We remember his antics out there. Overall, some of their lads are very, very good quality. Very good quality, including who we know in the Premier League, Raul Jimenez, Lozano, if you know Napoli and Serie A. They've got good lads. Edison Alvarez is another lad who Chelsea were linked with prior to the transfer window ending. So they do have good quality. As a group, they're a good block, but they're not consistent. Poland definitely have attributes in order to try and take advantage of that. However, do I think they're going to take advantage of that? I've just got a gut feeling that despite some of their players being quite decent and Lewandowski being there, I do think Lewandowski will probably score. Matty Cash is another one. Aston Villa and his journey has been unique in the Poland team. Szczęsny in goal, we already know. I am going with... I would want to go with a draw, but I think Mexico might switch it on. And I feel like I'm going with another 2-1 win. Lewandowski to score, but a 2-1 win for Mexico. That's my prediction on that one. And the last one, France versus Australia. I would like Australia to cause a shock here. It'd be my cup of tea. Australia beat France. Beautiful. I don't think it's happening though, let's be honest. If there's a chance for Australia to get a result, right, it's now. Without question, because this France team are so... what's the perfect word? They're not divided. But they've kind of like degraded a little bit. They've been hit with injuries left, right and centre. Didier Deschamps doesn't really have a hold on this team. We know that he's going after this tournament. They know that he's going after this tournament. It's the world's worst kept secret. I just don't think Australia have enough lads, though. Let's be real. I just don't think the quality is there for Australia to actually cause a threat. With the dominance that I think the French squad will have over Australia, just by quality, just by showing up, some of the lads that they have on an individual basis should still be able to get the job done. Although Australia proved me wrong. France right now hit with constant injuries. Benzema is out. We already know this. Kante is out. Fofana is out. Nkunku is out. Kimpembe, I think, is out. They've got quite a lot of players that are out, but Benzema's the big one. Now, Giroud is going to want to step up to try and overtake Thierry Henry in the whole overtime, the whole all-time record. So, I think he will, right? This is a chance for him to do it. But I think France's struggles will come later in the group against the other two teams. Australia, I do see them getting the job done against. And I honestly am going with France 3, Australia 0. I have to. But Australia, look, if you get a result, I'm going to be very happy. So, there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's my predictions for Group C and Group D kicking off tomorrow. Make sure you are subscribed for the reviews of those games as I provide them to you at the end of the day tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll be getting a double upload. You'll be getting the preview for Wednesday's games, and you'll be getting the review for Tuesday's games as well for tomorrow. So make sure you guys are here for that one, and I will see all of you later to round up today's happenings with the USA versus Wales and Senegal versus Netherlands. So make sure you're here for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification button to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. I'll see you later on. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.